All right, so we're gonna start on our backs today. This class was requested for glute strength, so just keep in mind that as we're doing these exercises, you really want to consciously engage your glutes because there's other muscles that can take over for your glutes. So I'll remind you as we go along, but we're going to start in not child's pose, happy baby today. So lay on your back, grab the outsides of your feet. Let your knees come down towards the mat. As you breathe here, feel your spine unwinding onto your mat. Take a little movement here, a little rocking, loosening up your hips and back. So from here, let's release the feet, but keep your legs in the air. Just cross the right leg over the left, and then try to grab your ankles. You're pulling your feet away from each other as you pull your legs down towards your stomach. So you should feel a big stretch in your hips here, especially the right hip. Try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Your shoulders are relaxed, just your arms are pulling. Release, let's switch sides. So cross your legs left over right, grab your ankles, pull your feet away from each other, and then pull the legs down. Especially feeling this on the outside of the left hip this side. Again, keeping the shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And release, and let's bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Feet are hip width apart, and we're setting up for bridge. So the tips of your fingers can barely touch your heels. Feel the full soles of your feet on the floor. And we're going to, before we even start, reach your tailbone forward so that you're bringing your lower back to the mat. And then press into your feet, lift your hips, and squeeze your glutes. Make sure your knees are not flaying out to the sides. You want 6 inches between your knees. So from here, we're going to slowly come up onto the balls of your feet. Keep squeezing your glutes and reaching your tailbone forward. So from here, we're going to slowly lower down to the heels, and then hips come down, but don't set your hips all the way down. Keep your glutes engaged. And then lift up again, slowly lifting the hips and then the heels. Keep squeezing the glutes. And then slowly come down. Heels. Keep reaching the tailbone forward as the hips come down almost to the floor. And again, come right back up, nice and slow. And down. And we're going to do this one more time. Up. Keep squeezing the glutes. And slowly down. And hips to the floor. Relax your glutes. And let's come back into happy baby. Nice deep breaths here. And then release your feet, cross the right leg over the left, and pull the ankles down. And switch sides. And release, feet back to the floor. And let's do our bridges one more time. So set up for bridge pose, feet hip width apart. Reach your tailbone forward. And slowly lift the hips, squeezing your glutes and squeezing your legs so that they stay 6 inches apart. Come up on the toes. Let's hold it here. And then slowly roll back down, keeping the tailbone reaching forward, glutes strong, come back up. And down. And up. And down. One more time. And down. And release onto the floor. Take a couple breaths. And next we're going to cross the legs and roll up and come into all fours. Let's just do some cat-cows here. Get some motion in your spine. Moving with your breath. Let's go side to side. Let's go all the way around. And switch directions. All right, and from here, let's make sure knees are under hips and wrists are under shoulders. And next we're going to keep that right leg at a 90-degree angle and lift behind you. Try to keep your abdomen pulling in, so don't let your belly fall. Straight spine. And just kick your heel up towards the ceiling. Feeling this activate your hamstring and your glute on the right side. And then from here, we're going to bring, leg is still bent, but the knee rises out to the side. So getting this glute on the side of your hip, your gluteus medius. And then from here, turn your left foot behind you, and we're going to extend the right leg out and the right arm out. So now we're on the side, facing the side. Reach through your heel, reach through your fingers. Still using that glute med to keep your right leg lifted in the air. And then we're going to come back to the knee lifted out to the side. So three limbs down, right leg lifted out to the side. And again, let's kick the heel to the ceiling, keeping the abdomen in. And right knee down. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So lift left leg, kick up through the heel, keep your abdomen pulled in, keep pushing the floor away. But again, actively squeezing the glute and the hamstring, trying to isolate those muscles. And then let's bring the knee out to the side. And then we're going to pivot to the side. So right foot goes behind you, left leg extends, left arm extends. kick down through your heel, reach through your fingers, activate your glute med to keep the left leg lifted. And left hand back to the mat. We're going to bend the knee again, lift the knee out to the side. And then kick the heel straight up behind you. And left knee down. And let's bring the weight off of the hands and bring the palms forward, fingers down for a little forearm stretch. And then let's bring the back of the hands to the floor. Twist your elbows to face forward. Let's make some fists and wide fingers. We're going to come back to all fours and do that one more time. So get set up, abdomen in. Let's lift the right leg, lift up through your heel, activate the right glute and hamstring. And then bring the knee out to the side. And then pivot to the side as you extend the right leg and right arm. And come back to face the mat. Bring the right knee hovering out to the side. And then heels kicks up towards the ceiling. And right knee down. Lift your left heel up. Bring your knee to the side. Turn to face the side, hover left arm and left leg. Face the mat again, hover the left knee out to the side. Kick the heel to the ceiling. And left knee down. And again, let's sit back on the heels. And just do some neck rolls. And change directions. All right, so now we're going to come to the top of the mat, squat. So happy baby is basically a squat on your back. So now that we've done happy baby, the gentler version of this, we can come into the squat, get a deeper version, working into the hips and calves, lower back. And let's come into dangle, feet hip width apart, parallel with each other. Knees a little bent, upper body hangs, option to grab your elbows. Keep your abdomen slightly engaged. And let's slowly round up. So now we'll do some balancing, which should help with glute strength as well. And glute strength helps with balancing. They help each other. So put all of your weight into your left foot. Get your left leg nice and engaged. Get your left glute engaged. And let's lift the right knee in front. So you're keeping that left glute nice and strong. Also keep your eyes focused on one point. As you keep your focus on that one point, let's take the peace fingers of the right hand, wrap them around the big toe, your right foot. See if you can hold this position here. The long spine. Weight is spread all over the bottom of the foot. Your glute is still very much engaged. If you feel comfortable here, you can start to straighten the right leg. It can be bent. It can be straight, wherever you are today. Keep the glutes engaged. Keep that right hip pressing forward. And let's slowly come out and release the right foot back to the floor. Take some breaths. We'll shift the weight into the right foot. So again, get the right quad engaged and the right glute engaged, and then lift the left knee up. So feeling your toes spread all out, your weight all over your foot, your glute clenching, your eyes focused on one spot. And see if you can get nice and steady here. And if you feel good here, you have the option to move on to bringing your peace fingers around your left toe, left big toe, and hold it here, trying to get nice and tall. Press down into the foot as you lengthen through the crown of your head. And then if you'd like to move on from here, start to straighten that left leg. Slowly release. Left foot down. Eyes are focused on one spot as you breathe. Now as a glute strength and a hip stretch at the same time, let's try our standing figure 4. So I'm going to bring the right ankle over to the left knee. You can bend over if you'd like and get a good hold of that left or the ankle with your left hand, and then start to sit down. So keep your upper body back. Body weight's going towards the heel, but it's still all over your foot. Chest forward. Stick your butt out. See if you can sit down even farther. And let's slowly stand back up, using that glute muscle to press up and right foot down. So other side, let's cross the left leg over onto the right knee and bend a little bit. Grab a hold of that ankle and then sit down all the way. Body weight back. Chest lifted. Just have the feeling of sticking your butt out as you sit down. So activate that right glute as you stretch the left. And then we'll press down into the right foot as we lift up and left foot down. Now let's make sure our feet are hip width apart. Want nice parallel lines between the feet. And then let's bring the arms up so they're parallel to the floor. Contract your triceps, shoulders down, fingers stretch forward. And let's sit all the way down. Make sure the knees stay hip width apart. Again, body weight's coming to your heels, stomach's in, lift your chest. Squeeze the glutes as you're sitting down here. Sit down lower and slowly squeeze into the glutes to come up. Right, let's try those three things one more time. So shift the weight into the left foot. Let's get the left leg strong, left glute engaged, and lift the left knee. You can stay here or wrap your peace fingers around your big right toe. Find the length in your spine. And then maybe kick out. And go back to standing. Other side, let's prepare the right leg. Feel the weight all over that right foot. Lift the left knee. Right glute squeezing. Spine lengthening. If you'd like to move on, grab your big left toe. Maybe now straighten the leg. And come back to standing. Press the right ankle onto the left knee. Bend down, secure the ankle. Bend into the left knee, sit down. Squeezing that left glute. And slowly come up. Other side. Sit down. Body weight back. Chest lifted. And slowly come up. And then making sure your feet are placed well, 6 inches apart. Bring the arms up, strong arms, and sit down. Knees hip width apart, so knees are right over toes. Should be able to see your toes when you look down. Body weight back. Stomach in, chest lifting, shoulders down. Squeeze the glutes. And slowly come back up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, and we will pause and dangle here. So feel free to grab your elbows if you'd like. Feel free to interlace your fingers behind your back if you'd like. And we're gonna place the palms on the floor, step back into plank. Take a deep breath and exhale, downward dog. Let's lift the right leg in the air. Bend your right knee, open your hips out to the side. Lift that right knee. And then bring the right knee forward for pigeons. Right knee to right wrist. Sit the hips down. And that nice stretch in the right hip. And then however you would like your upper body in pigeon today. If you want to add the twist, bringing the left arm under the right. And then slowly coming up, plant the palms. We're going to come back into three-legged dog. And right foot down. And then let's lift the left foot. Bend your left knee, open your hips to the side. And bring that left knee forward towards the left wrist. Sit down into pigeon. And let's come up, plant the palms. Back into three-legged dog. Left foot down. And then we'll bring the knees down, swing the legs around to the front. And come onto your back again. And let's squeeze the right knee in, left leg stays long. And we'll just pull that right knee across into our reclining twist. Come back to center. Bring the left knee in, extend your right leg long, pull the left knee across, twist. Untwist, come back to the center. Hug both knees in. Do a little rocking Massage your lower back. And let's have an optional shoulder stand to end. So if you'd rather not do shoulder stand, you can go straight into Shavasana or kick your hips up over your shoulders and lift your legs in the air, letting all your weight come down onto your shoulders, supporting your back with your hands. And slowly lower yourself down. Legs are long, arms by your sides, tuck your shoulder blades underneath. Take a nice breath, relax onto your mat for a 2-minute Savasana. Your mind is wandering, come back to your body. Now start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you'd like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then either turn on your side and push up or roll on your spine back to seated.